Hello and welcome back to episode 29 of The Painter. As always, Rock here, and today, we continue on in our never-ending trek into the Painter. Today we are working on continuing our pathway, our trek, our mission into the red paint. The Tower of Power? Yeah, that's what we called it. The Tower of Power. We made some good progress last time. However, there's still many progress to be made. I think we made like half. Oh! We managed to get like halfway into it. Something like that. Oh, hello. We made it like halfway into it last time. So I think we got another half to go or more. Something like that. But today we're headed to continue our way into the Tower of Power. Kind of go from there. See where things go. So, for those of you who have been paying attention to the Twitters, or more specifically my Twitters, you will have a good idea, probably more so than most other people, as to what I've been up to recently. I posted on Twitter recently in my endeavors that I was working on moving, and the last couple episodes, today's Friday now, when this episode goes out, so Tuesday and Wednesday, we missed an episode. Oh no, not that. We missed an episode, and that is purely due to the fact that I was kind of in the midst of moving. And there was a bit of, work fatigue and moving fatigue and such like that. So we have successfully moved over to our new apartment. And the fatigue is pretty much gone. But it doesn't hurt to take a couple extra days to ensure that we're up to where we want to be in our things and such. Hi, spider. What up? Jesus. Alright, before that shit happens again, I've got a special piece in my inventory you see here. These boots that I did not equip, and I should equip now. Icebound boots, brought to +1 knockback resist, -6 health, -20% speed. We're going to lose 3 hearts off of it. However, I'm not going to be dealing with that getting knocked off the platform ever again. So, win-win. 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 I'm all for having to deal with skeletons and such like that, but on a thin platform like this, I want none of that. Oh, hello. Okay. We seem to be dealing with quite a few mobs. I'm gonna plop on the good old strength potion. Hi, how's it going? No? Hello? I hear bad things above us! I feel bad things above us! I did not switch my pick. Excuse me. Pardon me. I have my older pick from when I was doing some mining. As you can see, we have non-dirt blocks as our building blocks here, and it's because I did a little bit of mining. Oh, hello. Oh, you're just glitched as hell. I did a bit of mining while I was off screen, just to keep things not sucking. But I was using that wooden pick that I had on my person, and yes, as such, I feel like I need to switch that out. Oh, so much better, so much better. So this is gonna be an interesting area to say the least. There's a lot of shitty stuff that looks like we're gonna have to deal with, and we're just gonna have to deal with it in a timely fashion. and just in a first come first serve fashion as well. Ultimately, I don't think there's going to be a situation where we're not dealing with shitty stuff. Oh god, this. We're not dealing with shitty stuff. Oh, cave spiders. Really? Where we're not dealing with shitty stuff. God damn. Alright. Strength potion. Already drank. Already drunked. I already have bad feelings. This area is already giving me bad feelings about what is to come. Piss off, cave spider. Or we're looking to, hopefully, if all goes well, which it never does. All goes well. I'm looking to complete this area today. Like I said, very rarely does. Very, very rarely does. But we're... Ooh, hello. Looking to complete this area today. And we'll see what kind of shit I'm going to have to deal with. Oh, hello. Get rid of you. God, for my knockback resist. Arm. Piss off, spider. Knockback resist OP. However, if you know what, to be quite honest, I feel that if I didn't have this knockback resist, this area would have been so damn rage-inducing. Just purely given the fact that the damn pathways are like one wide. That's the kind of stuff that is rage-inducing. Okay. Strength. Let's grab some X-Pie. Some random stuff that we don't want. Haste. Okay. I'll live with that. I will live with that. Okay. So, in general, I think today's plan is to try to work my way up towards the upper area. Kind of go from there, see what I need to do, but in general, I think the upper area up here is gonna be where our main points of interest are going to be. Also, thank God for the damn knockback resist I have. This area would be ridiculous without it. And to think that the piece of gear that I have right now is the only piece of knockback resist that I have. As far as I am aware of, the only piece of knockback resist that I have. This area should be ridiculous. Featherfall boots, those are always good. Oh god, I hear so many terrible, horrible things out there. I'm guessing eventually we're gonna make it to the top and we're just gonna need to snipe the hell out of a lot of mobs. Or reset ourselves. Okay. Guessing we're probably gonna need to reset ourselves though. That seems like the most logical path of least resistance. We'll see. Though it does feel like we're getting pretty close to the top though, which is always nice. We're on a pretty good solid amount of food still. Oh no. step at a time. One step at a time. I do have a pretty hefty amount of XP, which is always nice. Okay, guys. Wanna dance? Ow. Dance the macabre. Ow. Okay. Back up for a second. Back up for a second. While I do have very little health, it does not change the fact that I should be very, very careful with my health. What's this health? 8 minutes. Okay, let's bump that. I should still be very careful with my health. And kind of going from there. 6 hearts versus, or sorry, 7 hearts versus 10 hearts is a very big difference. So, if I can, damn you, spider. If I can make that visible difference going on. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Heads off, cave spiders. Okay. When am I down? Oh. Okay. I hear a whole lot of terrible things out there. I'm definitely gonna have to resort to backing up and dealing with these mobs as I see fit, I think. Sounds like there's a ridiculous amount out there. Ooh. I see diamonds. Okay. Definitely gonna have to deal with these shitty mobs out here. Oh, hello. Come on, guy. Still gonna have to deal with these shitty mobs out here. But I think if we deal with them sooner rather than later, I think it's ultimately going to lead to less terrible things we're going to have to deal with. Ooh. Let's see what we can deal. See what we can deal with. It does look like there is some interesting points of interest out there, which we'll definitely have to keep. Oh, is that a chest I saw? That is a chest. Ooh. Definitely some interesting. Oh no. Interesting points of interest out here. How is this gonna work? Oh! All right. That's one way to do this. We're trailblazing this. Ooh. One step at a time, I guess. Oh no. One step up at a time. strength doing? Pretty good. Okay. I'm making good progress, I would say. We still have a lot to gain, a lot to do. Okay, we've got some terrible things we're trying to deal with here. If I can deal with those terrible things. I can deal with those terrible things. I think it's going to make things a lot easier for us. Okay. One step at a time. That's what they say. This is not going to be an easy endeavor. Ow! Bastard. Progress. Progress will be made. Very slowly. Very slowly. Ultimately, I think this area is one of those types that's just going to have to ultimately be brute force. Unfortunately, although not everyone enjoys that type of gameplay, this ultimately I feel is going to have to be one of those areas that's just going to have to be brute force. Just kind of throw your body at it, go from there. Trying to clear up some of these guys. Okay, looks like we cleared up a couple. Ow. Oh boy. Okay, we got this. Let's clear off this first floor here and move up to the second floor. Step at a time. Step at a time. All right. We got this. Ooh. Don't fall off. Okay. We're making progress, I would say. We have quite a bit of places and things that we need to go investigate. I would say we're making progress overall. Just take out the spawners that we can. Kill the mobs that we can. Kind of go from there. God, the pathway's so small. The night is dark and full of terrors. So many terrors. Okay. We got this. We are making good progress, I would say. Let's we'll take a brief second to oh boy. We'll take a brief second to regen a little bit. Okay, let's go up. Nope. Woo! Okay. I see a box. I'm very happy to see this box. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is the paint, and because of that, I would prefer to try to clear this out the best I can, because we will most likely have to come back here at some point. I will die. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to die. Whether it's right now or at some point in the future when I'm trying to carry back the paint, I will die. And with that said, I would like to have things as secure as possible. Secure as possible so that I don't have to worry too much about transitioning back here. Oh god, did we actually clear this? Holy shit. I did it. I did it. Oh, there's something over there. I don't like that. Maybe it's a shortcut out of here. Oh, it's the red paint. Hooray. I did it. Is there a shortcut here? Oh, there is. Sort of. Okay, I got enough arrows to deal with this. I'm a little scared to find out what that is. Oh boy. A little scared to find out what that is, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Shit. Alright, well, we're over in an area where we need some diamonds, which is always nice. Hi, Enderman. Come on, come on. Oh god, we're in a horrible, horrible, terrible place. Drop down. All right. Horrible, terrible place. Let's see what it has for me. Okay. Seems reasonable. Okay, let's grab some of this. Drop off a... I hear you. I hear you. Drop off a few building blocks that we don't necessarily need. Or just a few items that we don't necessarily need, maybe. Prot 2, that's pretty good. Okay, arrows are good, always. Golden apples, XP. Torches. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, hello. Some native guy. I am gonna do the bad thing. Oh, is that fortune? Oh, it does. All right, I got my I got my diamond block. I'm good to come back here later. I don't want to do too much of this whole mining thing off camera or on camera. I'd ideally like to do as much of it as I can off camera, just because it's very time consuming and such. Oh, what's this? In case the original red paint box was destroyed. I'm curious as to how the original red paint box would be destroyed. Assuming that's not a trap. Huh. Interesting. Apparently there's a situation where the red paint could get destroyed. That's actually terrifying. I assume from the gas potentially destroying it. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I feel like I have been successful. much more successful than one might normally expect. All right, let's get ourselves out of here. I don't think there's much other like offshoots. I know as far as I'm aware, we're in the last intersection, so there shouldn't be really any more offshoots aside from the occasional, oh, here's some extra stuff kind of thing. Like that. Almost looks like a pathway into there. Can I get down there and get a better look? Okay, no, I think it's just some lighting into the wall. All right, perfect. That is a successful red paint. Dear Lord, I'm happy. It's definitely an interesting area. A little bit stressful. I think this area only went well for us realistically just because we had our knockback resist boots, like pure knockback resist boots. I think that this area would have been god-awful and terrible had we not had those boots. So I'm very on the fence whether I think this area is good or not. I think it would definitely, in a general sense, it would have been a terrible area had we not had the full knockback resist that we did have on our boots. I think this area would have been god-awful. It's one of those areas where it's very situational as to where it's good or bad. I've seen that plenty of times in kind of reviews of maps and such like that. Like some people have like really good times and they find the maps really enjoyable. Then other people just have really terrible times and find the map god awful. This seems like one of those areas where it would be very hit or miss as to whether it's a good area or not. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's time. But I think that's going to do it for today, everyone. Thanks for joining, as always. Probably a little bit of shorter of an episode, but a productive one, to say the least. Next episode, we're going to be starting our way into the black paint. The last paint of the painter. I'm excited for it. Are you excited for it? If so, let me know you're excited for it in the comments down below. Thanks for joining, as always, everyone, and I'll catch you all next time.